There is a game that I sometimes play with one of my long-term clients, where she maybe doesn't know what choice to make between two options, whatever it is, in her job or with her kids, or whatever the situation is. And she sort of comes to me and says, what should I choose, or which way should I go? And I say, you know. Just like that, you know. And so she just goes quiet for a moment and says, yeah, I do. And that thing right there is what I briefly want to speak about. Because when we recognize presence in our life, when we know that there is this silence at the heart of this moment that is naturally wise and naturally intelligent, and that is our nature, and it's always available right here as your deepest self, then you just want to tune into that or bring attention to that just for a moment. And in doing so, we are removing attention from the noisy thinking and the noisy mind, who doesn't have access to this well of wisdom and of intuition that you naturally are. And so it tries to weigh the pros and cons of things. It can get very heady, and the more heady you get, the least you have a sense of what it is that you want to do normally, because now there's a lot of noise and you have lost touch with your intuition. But if we just make a little shift of attention back to this presence that is here, available, and doesn't have judgments or opinions about what you should do and why, it is like a loving openness that innately weighs in the consequences of things without you even thinking about it, and will say, yeah, actually, that's what my preference is, or that's what feels like the right thing to do, or I don't feel comfortable with this, I feel more comfortable with that, if I'm honest. Because this awareness is honesty. It is honesty itself, and you're just tuning into your emotional honesty about a particular situation. And this is available, and it can be cultivated, of course. It doesn't come naturally to most of us, but it does get better and easier and more immediate the more we honor this presence and the fact that you have your answers inside of you already. And so when I say to my client, she says, yeah, you're right. And in that moment, she's taking emotional responsibility for herself.